Hello Year 2, I'm going to talk you through this week's home learning. Firstly, thank you so much for the work that you've been sending in to us via email. We really enjoy looking at it, and don't forget, work that you send in goes onto our weekly Celebration Assembly PowerPoint, so don't forget to look out for that every week if you've been sending your work in. I'm going to talk to you first of all about the maths. As always, it's the White Rose work and you will find it on the Year 2 drive. We're now on summer term week 4 and there's a mixture of activities this week. We're going to be looking at number bonds to 100, subtraction, adding together 2-digit numbers and adding and subtracting multiples of 10. English for this week, we are looking at some traditional stories. We're going to be looking at Jack and the Beanstalk, and then we're going to be looking at a similar story called Jim and the Beanstalk. Both stories are on the drive. We'd like you to watch Jack and the Beanstalk first. I know that lots of you have probably heard it already. You probably remember, if you've heard the story before, that the giant says a famous rhyme. What we want you to do is to come up with your own rhyme for the giant to say. When you write your rhyme though, we want you to make sure you're thinking about using your 5-star sentences. So your capital letters, your full stops, your phonics, your kinetic letters, and it must make sense. But we really want you to think about making up your own rhyme. So you may want to start by thinking about which words you can rhyme together. I've got the original rhyme from the story here and I have highlighted the words in pink which rhyme. So here we go. It's fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he live or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Now, we've got speech bubbles on the drive that you can use to make your own rhymes. You may want to challenge yourself a bit more than that. So what I've done here is, on another speech bubble, I have written a rhyme for the giant. However, I've also added in a dialogue verb and an adverb as well. We don't normally put those into speech bubbles, but I think lots of you would like to use dialogue verbs and adverbs. So as an extra challenge, we're going to add those in as well if we want to. So if we look at this one, on my new speech bubble, I've written only the spoken part in speech marks. So hopefully you can see around the spoken bit, there are little speech marks, and the giant's rhyme is fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm feeling hungry. Here I come. And then the speech marks end and I've added in my dialogue verb, shouted, and then the giant angrily. So that's my adverb to tell me how the giant says that. And then I've added some extra information as he chased Jack towards the huge beanstalk. And as you can see, just so it's really, really clear for you, I've highlighted my rhyming words in pink, and that's fum and come. I've highlighted my dialogue verb in yellow, which is shouted, and I've highlighted my adverb angrily in orange. So you could write your own rhyme without the dialogue verbs and adverbs, or to challenge yourself, you could put those in and use your speech marks too. Now we've got another activity you can do for the Jack and the Beanstalk story and for Jim and the Beanstalk, and that is comparing the two stories. I don't give too much away, so I want you to watch the stories for yourself. However, I've started a comparison here. These are on the drives as well, so you can look back and have a look at them. What we have is the similarities column on one side and the differences in the other column. So the similarities, there's a beanstalk in both of the stories and there's a giant in both of the stories. However, one difference I picked out is in Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack steals from the giant, but in Jim and the Beanstalk, Jim gives things to the giant. So we'd like you to have a go at that as well, please. So, as always everyone, you can find your spelling and your reading on the drive as well. We've kept in a lot of the resources that you've seen previously, so the high frequency words, the common exception words and the suffix words are all there for you to continue to practice at your own pace. However, I've also added in a contraction activity this week. Contractions, remember, are when you have two words and use an apostrophe to join those two words together to make a new word. For example, cannot becoming can't. So there's an activity for you to practice your contractions, and we've also put in as a suggested activity a rainbow write, where you write each letter of the contracted word in a different colour. There are also some reading comprehensions for you on the drive as well. We thought it'd be nice this week, because we've just celebrated VE Day, to put in a VE Day reading comprehension for you. And because we've been learning about Jack and the Beanstalk in our English, we've got a flower focus comprehension for you as well. There's a reading comprehension about sunflowers. Now, our new science topic is called Young Gardeners. To get you thinking about this, we'd like you to go on a plant walk. It could just be around your local area or wherever you normally go for your daily exercise. You'll probably remember in maths, earlier on in spring term, we looked at tally charts. You can apply your knowledge of tally charts to this activity. We want you to walk around with your family and either photograph some flowers or make a tally chart of the flowers that you see to find out which flowers appear most frequently and which flowers appear least frequently. So I went for a walk with my family and I've made my own tally charts, and I wrote down the first flower I saw, which was a daisy. Then I saw some buttercups and some dandelions and some tulips and some roses, and every time I saw another one of those flowers, I added a tally on my chart. As you can see on my local walk, the most commonly occurring flower were daisies, and the least occurring flower were tulips. So we got some new RE for you this week as well. Our RE learning for this term is focusing on God. And to start with, we want you to draw a picture of what you think God looks like. Now remember, there's no right or wrong answer for this. You can draw whatever you think God looks like. I've gone for quite a traditional model, and this is my drawing of God. We all know Mr. Cain isn't famous for his excellent drawings, but I've had a really good go at drawing what I think God looks like. And then I've chosen 4 different colours to write down some information about God. When I say information, what I think about God. So I've written down in blue what I think he looks like. I've written down in red what I think his behaviour is. I've written down in green where I think God is. And I've written in purple what I think God does. Now remember, you might think God is a man, you may think God is a woman, you may think God is an animal, or you may think something totally different. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. We'd just like you to think about this, choose your own colours if you want to, and have a go at writing and drawing what you think about God. So finally, year 2, we've got some new PE for you. We know there's lots of fun PE that we've given you to do already. We've added some new activities this week because you may want to try them. We've put up some activities, some dances from the learning station, which we think you'll really, really enjoy. You can access them on the drive. So as I said, they're from the learning station, and there are 2 dances which we think you'll love. Move and freeze, and also get funky. I tried both of these myself, and I can guarantee you they're really, really good fun. Maybe get your family involved as well. Thank you, you 2. I hope you enjoy doing your home learning this week. Thank you very much. Bye.